keep sign? Could you imagine that creepy bastard in Global Force Wrestling? We're going to talk about it? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about it. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Smash This Podcast. Kind of like the Eli Drake thing. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I don't know. It's got a ring to it. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to cover this week's Global Force Wrestling episode from the 31st. We're going to talk some Gauntlet for the Gold Fallout. I don't know what else to call it. When I'm reviewing episodes of Lucha Underground, everything has an episode title. Then I get to doing this on a regular basis now, and I'm like, oh, what do we call it? Because we're just gonna make up stuff now. So let's get into this. Solid episode. I'm excited for this this new shakeup and new faces showing up. I'm happy about this. I'm really happy about this. I'm not saying this is going to become my new favorite thing. Well, eventually, maybe it will. Who knows? But I'm digging it. Let's start by talking. Actually, you know what? Let's cut to the chase here. I was going to save this for last, but we'll talk about this now. Somebody made a tweet after Triple Mania a couple days ago. One Martin Cassius, aka Marty the Moth of Lucha Underground, tweeted out, "Good meeting, real Jeff Jarrett and Jeremy Borash and DJZ and Rosemary amongst a few others at AAA, Triple Mania." That's it. Good meeting. So let the wheels turn, folks. Does it mean that something's in the works, possibly, for bringing one Marty the Moth Martinez to Global Force Wrestling? Of course, they can't use his Lucha Underground name. They could come up with something different. Marty the Creepazoid or something, I don't know. But could you imagine that character underneath a different name, of course, in Global Force Wrestling? I think it would be strangely appropriate. Yeah. Hell, tie him up with a guy like Congo Kong. Put them in a crazy-ass stable. Or, who knows? Maybe put him with Abyss and make, or Rosemary, maybe. That would be appropriate. All sorts of options, And this is all speculation. Nothing's set in stone. I'm just saying, hey, sounds like something might be in the works. Maybe somewhere late this year, early next year, we might actually see Marty the Moth in Global Force Wrestling. Stay tuned. So yeah, let's get into this. We get Eli Drake in the ring for the first time as Global Force Wrestling Champion. Wow. Not who I expected. But they kind of hinted at it a little bit, I don't think there was really too many options I could have went with. But you know what? He looks good as champ. I'm digging it. The guy is talented. I'm not going to knock him. And he cut a hell of a promo in the ring. He did. Something that I would say DX-ish, I would say. Something like DX. I would say DX would be proud of this promo he cut. Just sounds like something they would do, But that's me, What did you think of it? Johnny Impact shows up. He wants a shot at the Global Force Wrestling title. And then Eddie Edwards comes out, and they're all talking. Cornette breaks up this happy little meeting and makes a tag match for the main event, and the winner, say, between Eddie Edwards and Johnny Impact, if that team wins, whoever gets the pin out of the two of them will get a shot at Eli Drake's championship. Well, as we can see later that night, by the way, that tag, and I'm just going to kind of bounce all over the place here, that tag match at the end of the night was awesome. How great, seriously. I mean, everybody did great, but how great, seriously, was it to see Johnny Impact and yeah, okay, he surprised everyone and came out the week before. That's fine. But how great was it to see him really in his first match, this week on Impact? I thoroughly enjoyed that. And he's always pulling out something new. Some new parkour, corkscrew, diving stuff. That's why he's one of my favorites. He doesn't have the 5 moves of doom that you know what he's going to do every 2 seconds. Oh, now he's going to do this. And now he's going to do this. And, oh, wait, yup, and then he did this move and yawn, yawn, yawn. No, the guy's always, it's going to be interesting to see him perform in this 6-sided ring. Pretty stoked for that. So yeah, if we jump forward, and I'm not making this the end of the review. No, I'm just kind of jumping all over the place. If we jump to that tag match, yes, it was a hell of a tag match. Eli Drake gets the win, and then Cornette comes out and announces that Matt Sydal is basically cashing in his chance to go for the championship. So he's going to, because he basically, if he won, whoever won would get their chance at whatever title they wanted. So Sydal's getting a shot at Eli Drake next week. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, Lashley's goons come out and try to shake up the place, and Cornette warns them. The timing on this wasn't perfect, because he said if you don't get control of your guys and leave now, if you guys don't leave now, you're going to not have the chance to go down to AAA. Well, we already had the AAA Triple Mania, so, but nonetheless, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So Lashley gets control of them. Wow, yeah, that's Lashley's goons, friggin' out of control. You talk about being marks for themselves. Yeah, they really are. Let's see what else happened here. Taryn Terrell attacked Allie, and she's also paying for what happened the week before. So Karen Jarrett decides to put her and Sienna in a match against Gail, Kim, and Allie, and that's going to happen next week. That'll be good to see. OVE has a bigger task ahead of them. They faced Mario Bokara and Falaba. This is the first time I really paid attention to that other tag team, Bokara and Ba. Wow, that Ba is a big dude. Holy crap. He's like bigger than Bundy big. Unbelievable. He can move pretty good, though. He didn't do a lot in this tag match, but still a good tag match. And then Cornette informs EC3 he's going to defend his championship against Phantasma next week. I can't wait to see that. And they throw in a, oh, you didn't know? Be curious to see if Road Dogg has any comments on that. Send a cease and desist. Yeah. Funny. Cute little segment. Caleb Conley versus a returning Petey Williams. I did not realize that Petey Williams was actually returning. I thought maybe he was just doing a run-in. Man, to have a classic X Division guy like Petey Williams return. And these two put on a clinic. They really put on a hell of a match. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Of course, Trevor Lee gets involved. But Petey Williams, finishes him off with a Canadian Destroyer. Great match. And Lee attacks him, and Sanjay Dutt saves him. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some kind of fallout next week, where we see the 2 versus 2. I could see that happening. That'd be alright. Wouldn't mind that. That'd be a crap ton of action there, let me tell you. Richard Justice lasted about 2 seconds. I think he spent more time doing squats than his actual offense. Would you call it a squat? I don't know. What is that thing? I can't even do that. Whatever. He got a fist and a splash from Congo Kong. And then Shira jumps in, saves him from more damage. So it looks like Shira warming up a little feud with Congo Kong. I'm sure that's going to happen soon. As far as an actual match between the two. What else here? Oh, this was a hell of a match. James Storm versus Low Key with LAX hanging in the background, causing all sorts of trouble. But the match, besides the interference, the match itself was really good. Low Key, holy cow. Those punches looked stiff as hell. That or James Storm is just one hell of a seller. Probably a little bit of both. What else? Oh, and during this match, they announced the Global Wrestling Network app coming in September. Well, by the time you watch this, it's September. So, hey, the Global Force Wrestling Network app, or GWN app. Guess they're going to air episodes, past and present, of GFW, or Impact Wrestling. Good to see. Looks like the app is free. Didn't say about how much the episodes would cost. Maybe they'll put them on there for free. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't sound like it's going to be like a WWE Network thing. Who knows? Let's see. Laurel Van Ness doing some wedding planning with Grado. Oh, this was funny. This was funny. Figuring out who's going to come, what's going to happen. And it sounds like Joseph Park has connections in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, just north of here. Weird. And he finds out that Laurel Van Ness is Canadian. That's flippin' hilarious. That does not help Grado stay in the good old USA. Oh man, how much alcohol are they both going to drink to get over this? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. But that was funny. Promos for Taya coming next week. Thought she was going to show up this week. A little bummed about that, but that's okay. I can wait another week. Taya Valkyrie will be worth the wait. Pagano from AAA is also coming. Seriously, folks, how good is this getting? All these new, fresh faces over the course of the last few months, and even more now. We had Drago, part of the X Division. Phantasma, part of the X Division. Johnny Impact. Mundo. AAA champion. Now officially part of the roster. Didn't just show up for a one-time deal. No, he's there now. He is signed. Pagano showing up. And I think a few others. But I'm not going to say because, I don't want to spoil anything. But I've seen a few pictures, backstage pictures. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Pagano from AAA. If you don't know who Pagano is, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm an expert because I'm not. But I know he's one of the big hardcore guys down in Mexico. So if I have to give you anything to watch, I would say look up what I believe is a headlining match of last year's Triple Mania. And you're like, well, I don't know where to find those matches. Look it up on YouTube. The Lucha Libre AAA channel has it on there, okay? And there's plenty of other Pagano matches on there from the past. Go check them out. Go educate yourself on this guy, because I got a feeling this guy is going to seriously tear some stuff up in Global Force Wrestling. I am looking forward to this. And who's he going to face? I don't know. But, hey, fresh new faces, keeping that shake-up going. That's what I like to see. Seriously. Then we get to the main event. Talked about that a little bit. Johnny Impact and Eddie Edwards versus Eli Drake and Adonis. Oh, man. Whenever I think of Adonis, I think of the classic Adonis wrestler. But that's okay. It's not a sad thing. It's just, it's funny. Neither of them are alike, other than probably their egos, or, their character egos. Chris Adonis is in a slightly better shape. But yeah, just want to restate that this tag match, tremendous. It was really good. They gave it plenty of time on television, like a half hour. With commercial breaks, but nonetheless. Eli Drake getting the win. But it was so good, I really didn't even care who won, And, do I want Johnny Impact to get a championship shot? And do I think he's going to get the championship? Hell yeah. Like I've said in past videos, as far as his transition from negative to positive for this brand, stripping the former champ of the championship, bringing in new faces for the shakeup, and making Johnny Impact... I still chuckle at the name, but it's like, whatever. He's had every name under the sun and every brand he's been in. So it's like, at this point, hey, whatever. You can laugh about it all you want. You make fun of it all you want. The point is, he's there, and he'll be the guy to carry this brand sooner than later. Let me tell you, I'm ecstatic about this. So he's one of my favorite guys. So yeah, it's gonna make me watch this even more. Absolutely. So yeah, solid episode. Even more new faces coming. Can't wait to see them. This whole AAA invasion of Global Force Wrestling. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Man, they even hinted that Eli Drake would be possibly making an appearance down at AAA. Wow. Hey, keeps the interesting stuff going. So that's it for this one. Like I said, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think of this one. I'm digging it. I'm digging Global Force Wrestling, and I'll be, as long as I keep doing positive things like this, I will be reviewing them on a regular basis, either Thursdays or Fridays, depending on what schedule permits. And if you like what you're watching, if you like me reviewing these, talking about some WWE stuff, or my Lucha Underground reviews, or whatever I put on here, give this stuff a like, give the channel a sub, share it with your friends, and any aliens that stop by and pick at your brain. So that's it for this one, and we'll see you for the next one. Have a great weekend. Take care.